Here, Mega Turtle with 4 Evos. I have faster expansion. I'm preparing for mutas. Mutas never come. I have 3-3 air. He has 0-0 and I lose. Why? What am I doing wrong? And I kill his initial push. Get a full surround. I don't get it. Where am I going wrong? So, this was a journey on Discord for me today. I didn't even get to read it all, but I'm absolutely keen to see what is happening here. We have Dactylogram, Dactylogram, and Muta X. We don't care about Muta X. We don't care what he's doing. Oh, we're here. Here we go. Standard opening. I'm surprised people are still opening standard. I think a 15 and 15 is just so much safer for what it gives you. I feel like not enough changes on the back of it, and I feel like you can drone up to a 2 base so much faster off the back of it. I feel like I haven't done the maths, but I feel like sorry, just looking at the audio levels in the corner. So pretty standard at the moment. We see the second Overlord coming over just a little bit later. So maybe the timings are out, but they look like they're pretty similar. All the numbers down here are pretty much identical. So he might have just been a little bit late, like a couple of seconds late with his Overlord. Nothing to worry about. It happens. If the hatchery is late, that's a different story. That shouldn't happen. You know what I mean? Instant spine, double spine. Okay, I feel like this. Why is this queen so late? 208. My brother in Christ. Okay, so we get here, we see that moving, and I feel like this is a good idea to get away. Right, we want to get away because we see this jiggling. We don't realize just how late this queen is. This thing ain't popping till like 40 past now. The spine is like defensive as well. This means that your opponent is not reading a game. He's not capable of reading a game at all. He's just blind spining. A spine in each mineral line as well at this stage in the game is going to cost him a lot more than I think he realizes. So we can see already here a difference. And also on top of that, like, I wish these lings were going across the map to dive in, because if he's building spines, is he cutting workers? Is he paranoid, or is he cutting defense somewhere else? Like, is he just going to avoid making queens or something? Like, what is he doing? What the hell was that? Cool. I don't know what that was, but anyway, we're back in it. You know what I mean? Like, what is he doing? So the lings, I feel like, should just go straight across the map. Lost the second monitor. I don't know what is happening. Just a sec. Get over here. What is going on? Apologies. What have we missed? So yeah, this queen's actually not going to pop out till like 250. Sorry, my initial guess was better. For 245. 245. Oh, the first one's 245. The second one's going to be 250. We're talking 3 spines here now. There's 150 minerals each, including the drone. You don't discount the drone just because you already had it. That spine is killing. So he's lost 6 drones potentially here, just by making these spines. Our boy Dactyl is on, he's getting link speed, but I feel like that's a little bit delayed as well. Maybe? Nah, that's actually not too bad. Nah, I reckon that's right. So, taking the third, we've got great vision here. We can see everything that's happening. the absolute fuck is going on? We can see everything that's happening. Got the Evo chamber. He's walling off. This is a pretty... I'd say this is a pretty safe time to wall off. I feel like it sometimes should be a little later. Honestly, versus Myling Flood, would be a good time to start walling off. Or if you see something happening, it's a good time to wall off as well. What the absolute... We're just going to leave that off then. I've got no chat, so if anyone's... Yeah, my second monitor, I have to turn it off because I don't know what it's doing, but it keeps... Both of them keep turning off. So we're seeing a bunch of Evos being made. All the spines being brought up. This is an insane amount of money being wasted here. Again, we're seeing a difference here with the income on both sides being heavily skewed. Almost 9 workers up. Now he's droning up that he feels safe. But like this, especially this Evo here, if I had to attack, this was going to be the Evo I get because I'm going to get like 8 or 9 lings into this. We've just squandered any potential here by doing this, right? So I would almost be tempted to dive an Overlord in. It is only 1 queen. It will take a shit ton of time for it to actually get around to killing this, especially if he doesn't see it until it gets like to the edge of the creep. You will probably scout everything you need to know. But at this stage, yeah, with a full wall off, my thoughts would be actually... That's a good point. We've got jiggling here. We've got a research coming here. Of this, what are we scared of? Right, Muta, obviously one. Roaches, but like if you're gonna go into roaches anyway, you probably would have put a roach warren in the wall, or some sort of Nidus play would be my guesses. When the lair's done, I'd love to see an Overseer scout. He sees it, you've got a third, you know he doesn't have a third, or at least you've got a pretty good idea, right? You've scouted a bunch of the outside bases. We didn't scout this one, and we could have missed this one, but still, in a ZvZ, that's so risky. Like, you've got no chance of defending it, especially when you've got a full wall off. Droning up hard. He's dropping your opponent's dropping a Roach Warren and a Hydralisk Den. Both really crap tech units. We have our lair done, but we don't have an Overseer. We're making spores, but we don't have a scout. And you're making a spire as well. These drones should have just been built and rallied straight into gases and into bases as they needed to be. I think we really need to get rid of this because we don't want him seeing us moving drones over here as well, because it might give him some sort of edge. I don't know what the hell this Zerg is trying to do, because he just dies to a handful of like Roach Ravager. There we go, we'll get rid of it. This build that this Zerg is doing is making no sense. It's 5 minutes in and he's literally got like less than 40 workers. 2 hatch, 4 evo, 3 spines. How many queens? Just 2 queens, wait. Oh, he must have been researching. Did he research Burrow or something? No. This was jiggling, wasn't it? When he came in, when I was suggesting to come in for a scout. I swear this was jiggling. Yeah. Oh, he's building the lair. Far out. I didn't even notice like the shape of it change. I just saw the progress bar and thought, yeah, we're building more queens. So like, the red Zerg's catching up now, but still he's put so much money into... I'm sorry, what? Ah. Can we... I just want to see how we manage this. So we're going to walk here and then kill our queen. A unique strategy, but it should pay off. I love this queen's like absolute enthusiasm to chase the Overlord, and this Queen's enthusiasm to chase this one down. It's good that we didn't lose it. I feel like, yeah, we're floating a lot of lava. There's no attack coming. This is a straight up garbage build. You are just playing way too safe here, mate. You're on 46 drones at 5 minutes 30. Nothing has happened. You have no idea what's actually happening in here. Like, is he going for ultralisks? You don't know. You have literally no idea. You have no information besides the fact that he's built the most dogshit garbage wall ever known to man and the most ridiculous open that's ever existed. Just drone or don't drone. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not going to drone, then make army. And if you're going to make army, then commit to attacking him. Force him to defend himself or get out of the game. No one should be able to do this sort of nonsense and survive. But we're floating so much lava. This other Zerg's on 2 bases and he has more workers than you. The math doesn't check out from either of these sides. We're taking this hatchery when I just feel like just taking a base would be just better at this point. You're not really committed to any kind of tech choice either. You're floating so much lava. You're losing so much lava as well by not spending your lava that we're just... In a normal game versus someone doing anything remotely intelligent, you're just behind. I would just kill the Overlords, to be honest. Yeah, just get rid of the Overlords. Attack. Alright. This is his army. This is what he decides to move out with. We got a real good look at this. This is literally a handful of Hydra and a handful of roaches. That is it. At 7 minutes. This is the best he could muster. You could, right now, go back to all your injects. Where are they? 24 drones here. Go back to all your injects real quick. Spend all this lava on a round of units, and then spend the next round of lava on a round of units, and just go over and win the game. I've never seen such a lack of action. He looks like he's moving out. He looks like he's trying to take his third. This is really good information to have. What's your response? Building lings. Why are we building lings versus this though, right? Why are we building lings versus this? This amount of Hydra will absolutely slaughter a small amount of lings. And these roaches as well, plus the Hydra. Like, how many shots to get through a roach? Do you have any idea? It's probably something like 35 hits a ling needs to hit on a roach to get it to kill it, right? Without any real upgrade advantage, he's got 1-1 as well. All you need to do is push the roach key. Push the roach key. We don't need any lava right now. We need roaches. We don't need this. We just need to... 13 lava. 13 lava. There's 10 roaches worth of money here. That's good. We're not spending the lava, dude. Just spend the lava. Just spend the lava. Why? When did we get on the map, by the way? Why are we on the map?
Our forces are under attack.
I didn't even see that stuff go out there.
Our forces are under attack.
In a very small space of time, the army value has pretty much evened out, right? He's got more gas, but it's more tech heavy than yours. We're down. I don't understand why we're here. That's good that we got that. We're literally putting no emphasis on just spending our fucking money. Okay. He has just handed you the win of a century, right? He has. This is his. What is this? This is almost diamond, man. What is this nonsense? This 42 workers at 8 minutes bullcrap, taking two bases at like a 7-minute move out with like 7 roaches and 7 hydra. This is like gold level. This is worse than gold. Surely this. What is this dude doing in plat? And then he move commands his army across. Okay. He's going to lose pretty much the entire thing. He did kill 7 workers. What's our response? To hold all of our lava. Just spend it. Push the 1 key or the 5 key, whatever it is. S and R or S and D, and just kill your opponent. Just kill your opponent or properly outgreed them. With your size of your army right now, he just failed an attack, right, that he has been building towards for 8 minutes. A stupendously bad attack. He has been building this for 8 minutes and just threw it away. You need to go pressure him. You saw that he took a 3rd base. You don't know that he's taken a 4th base. This is how we lose, right? You have everything on your side. You're getting to almost like 1.5 times his economy. You have more workers, you have more army, the air upgrades. I don't even know why we bothered with this. Where are the 6 muter? They died, right? They died. So they were dead set useless. We're 20 supply ahead. You both have 4 hatcheries as well, but you're like 15 workers almost ahead of him. He's got 2-2 now though to your +1, which is a really big problem. And so if you're losing an arms race like this with upgrades, is he building a hive as well by any chance? He's already got a hive. So he's building a hive. He's barely built any workers from like the 5-minute mark. The issue becomes now is he gets 3-3 before you've got like 2-2. Then he's got some serious damage behind him, right? Bane's pretty much hard counter hydralisks, and Lurker's pretty much hard counter like roaches and hydralisks together. So if your army has splash, you're probably going to win most of your fights pretty easily versus this. But again, we are floating. I don't know how to say it any better. We are floating money the entire game. And I'm going to go back and check the replay stats and drag the bar across, and you can watch how you're floating like 12 plus lava for the entire game. Saturate this, build 2 drones, saturate this, get this ready, and be on his side of the map and just pressure him. You have more things. I'm getting kind of worried now. This might turn into a 40-minute game for no reason. We're just like floating. We're trying to keep our lava reserves or something. Like we're keeping them like stock. We don't go below 10. I don't think we've gone below 10 for like 5 minutes. We're pumping out double upgrades. Why are we getting air upgrades anyway? What are the corruptors for? I do not understand for the life of me. I think this guy played so dumb that it actually broke your brain. I've never seen anything so stupid. And now with the time you're finally starting to build drones, he's droning up. Right? He's finally punching some of those bigger numbers. Boom. He's going to get ahead of you now. And this is when we're going to lose the game. You could have easily gone. You could have gone to 90 workers after you build that after you defended that hit. Honest to God, I think you could have done that and there would have been no issues. What the hell are we building? What the hell is that? Spines? I don't mind it. So your opponent is dangerously close to your income now, and what worries me about this is that the noise is so much, the having the sound on the music. What worries me about this is he's just like one good fight. Look, the trading is even, right? He's just one good fight away from being properly ahead. And you have had almost 5 minutes of uninterrupted drone time that was not used. 31 lava, you're floating. He's gone roaches and lurkers, which are a deadly combo. You've got you've got 1 mutalisk and 6 corruptors. Like, your army doesn't even make sense to his right. You have no idea. There's no scouting. You don't know how many more bases he has. Why not just put... You have air superiority. You have mutalisk and corruptor. Why are you not just putting overlords on the bases to find out when he's taking them? We're so inactive. You've got more APM right now than I do in my ZVTs. And what are you doing with it? 26 lava we're floating. How do we not understand that this is why we're losing games? It's an absolutely insane idea. We've got triple spire going. Meanwhile, Red Zerg's getting 3-3. 3-3-2.
Mineral field depleted.
Adrenal glands. We're both getting adrenal glands. We both got the hive tech around the same time. We both started utilizing it at least at roughly the same time. Your creep spread is way better. He has no vision as well, right? So if you want to stop... Denying bases is the priority here, right? So if you knew he had a base here, and I guarantee this will work in every single one of your matches. The lings, once you figure out there's a base here, the lings come here and the rest of your army is ready here. As long as he doesn't see your army approach this area, easy win. He brings his whole army down here to defend. As he rocks up, the lings run away. If they can kill the hatchery and get away with most of their numbers, absolutely fantastic. Do that. And then you come in from this side and kill this hatchery. If he pulls back and tries to defend this, then the lings can come back and now go for the next base or finish this base off. It is so simple. It is exactly how Terran play their game, and in ZvZ, it works wonders. I'm absolutely like dumbstruck of what I'm watching here. We're at a 96 worker economy. We see his this is what. So when I go through my macro cycle, I'm going, oh yeah, you inject, oh yeah, we drones are over here, we want more gas, yeah, we want more gas, of course we do. Go through here, and I'm keeping my eyes down here. Oh, red, what's going on here? Okay, cool. Lurkers, roaches, roaches, hydra. Do we want to fight this? No, we don't. Go back. Straight away. Lurkers make this math very confusing. Is that a baneling? Just like one baneling? Oh no, there's a bunch of banelings. Again, right? He pulled everything away. The banelings could have gone here and just wiped out a whole mineral line. But instead, they're with their army. They don't need to be with their army. They're not going to do much against this. They're going to kill the hydras if they get in touch with them. But the lurkers will make that very difficult, especially when they've got 3-3, right? You were bragging about having 3-3 to his 0-0 air. I don't see how any of that matters when so far this has just been a ground fight. The Mutalisk's probably got like 2 overlords and died. And we're going to see here real quick how quickly this fight is going to go out of hand. Boom, now we're losing. Pull back off creep. Yep, that's it. Why? And the corruptors actually would have been really useful had you made lurkers actually to complement this, right? Imagine if this was actually a Broodlord army and you've rocked up to his side of the map and he can't now bring his overseers out to show where your lurkers are because he's got them, they're getting smashed by corruptors. And the corruptors now, the overseers now can't get range to show your lurkers to him, and that puts him in a really awkward spot. So from being kind of even trading and being ahead in workers massively, although not as much as you could and should and absolutely would have been had you just pushed the fucking button. Just take a risk and push one of the buttons. Push the drone button or the roach button. If you push the roach button and he doesn't attack you and you can see he's at home, then go attack him. But now we're 1,000 resources. Oh no, he's 1,000 resources down. My bad. He's 1,000 resources down. All this is going to require is a couple of hydralisks to clean up. The broodlords will take, I think, 5 shots. 5 shots, like an individual broodlord will take 5 shots to kill a hydralisk. We're talking about like a 2-second, maybe 3-second attack timing. And while that's happening, he's just like everywhere. With his, look, he's got the upgrades right now don't really matter super bad, but he's killing everything. Are you floating like 30? Yeah. Why are we floating? What the fuck are we doing? What the fuck are we doing that needs more attention than just spending your money, man? Seriously. The broodlord shouldn't have even gone home, right? The broodlord should have stayed there and just picked at this base from the side where the hydralisks can't get and just see what they can get. Bringing them home is a shit idea because they're not going to be able to, they can't chase anything, and even if they can chase it, they won't be able to attack it. This requires attention. This requires right now for you to just hold the fucking roach key down, and we're not doing that. We're building lings. You're building lings versus ultralisks. You went broodlords. You went broodlords versus a ground army. You got 2 broodlords out before everything went to shit, and your opponent has ultralisks, which are what are they? 3+? Where's the little thing? How do I get there? Ah, here we go. Cool. I didn't know you could do that. Look, the upgrade advantage isn't really in anyone's favor. He's got more attack. Still, an ultralisk with like 7 armor, even 6 armor, versus lings with Adrenal. The splash is going to kill lings. And we're just staring at this. Instead of using the 36 larvae that we have. The 36 larvae we could be used to make 36 roaches right now. If we weren't spending our money on more broodlords and corruptors. What the fuck are these going to do for this fight? He is literally trying to kill you right now. And you're like, well, 3 minutes from now, I'm going to have broodlords. And you're going to have like 3 of them, mate. It's 5 max. What does that do? Even here, like, the lings clean up pretty well. But we're building spines instead of just building an army. The thing is, though, those ultralisks, if he's smart, he will just punch through. Like, the spines aren't going to do anything as well. You need army, man. What if you built another 20-something lings? Guy, like, tell me these aren't bad choices. Tell me objectively that you made these choices with like any kind of thought in mind to be like, oh yeah, I need 2 banelings for this, 4 banelings. Versus this. Banelings. What are we doing making banelings? Those banelings could have afforded you another broodlord. Which the broodlords are even getting smashed by the handful of Hydra he has. What is this game? Look how little the ultralisks... The ultralisks don't even care. They could have just ignored the spine. So how many hydralisks have we got? We've got 4, 5? Oh, he knows too. He knows he needs to get... That was lucky. So you're attacking the ultralisk. While you're attacking the ultralisk, the hydras are going to town on the broodlords. Luckily, they got distracted enough. Where's all these lings we had? I actually... can't believe what I'm watching here. He's going for the Ultralisk, Cav, because he assumes you're not spending your money on Broodlords anymore. You're making drones. You're finally making drones. Sure, they're going to see a GG soon, but this... Okay. We've lost a ton of stuff. We've lost more drones. We have no idea how many bases he's on now. We still don't know how many bases he's on. But we have a little bit of Broodlord versus a lot of Hydralisks. Those Hydralisks are more than well enough capable, I think, of taking out 8 Broodlords. If they get underneath them, if he's got that little... What's that little upgrade? The dash. Where is it? I don't think he's got it. Oh, if he hasn't got it, great. It's not going to matter anyway. So now we need to be on... Wait. We could definitely fix this up. No, that's saturated, but this one's definitely not. Any other bases that are kind of partially saturated? I probably wouldn't have even bothered with this because you still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mining bases. You don't really need this one anymore. Absolutely not. So the goal here would be to do exactly this, right? We want to just have the Broodlords in a position where they can deflect. But you've showed him that you have 3-3 on garbage tech that's not really going to complement the game or help you at all. He's got a better economy after he crushed all yours. 56 drones you've lost. Look at this. He's just walking around pegging bases. Bro opens with the most ridiculous 4 Evo turtle wall that ever existed, and at no point did you punish anything that he did. Now you see the Corruptors. So what's the game plan here? Are we going into Hydralisks? Or are we going to make Lings? I thought you had 3-3-3. Where's your queens? 2 queens? 100% worth bringing them. So even if it's just to transfuse, bring the spore down. I don't know. Bring these spores down. Honestly, this is great. The Banes. Champion. Oh, no. Now he just has a better economy than you, and you've brought the Broodlords over. With what support? We went Lings, didn't we? We don't have money for Lings, which are garbage, and they don't shoot up. You had gas. What reasoning is this?
The high cluster is under attack.
What is the thought process here?
Exhausted.
The other thing as well is Broodlords aren't fast. He must know that you don't have enough stuff right now because you're not doing anything, right? Jeez, cracklings work a hatchery well, don't they? We don't want to fight, we just want to kill it and go. We don't want to run into more stuff. This is not good thinking, though. This is not good thinking, right? We attack the base. At the bare minimum, if our opponent has like 3 IQ, they're going to grab their whole army and A-move the base and probably either look at it the entire time or look away. Either of those options, that army is going to keep coming from that direction. You have then gone, well, I'm going to go scout. Like, what APM are we on? We're on enough APM that we could have avoided this. Alright? Once the Lings start getting attacked, your attention should be drawn towards it. To be like, oh shit, what's going on here? Is this worth me fleeing or not? Let's see. What are we looking at?
Mineral field depleted.
I'm looking around. We've got the broodlords here. We want to keep the broodlords near spores. Alright, so we see hydralisks rock up, right? Absolutely, you had the option here to leave, right? Absolutely, you had the option here to leave, and you chose to run into his army. You had to know that there was army coming up behind these two hydralisks. Unless this was all he had, there is army coming up behind these hydralisks, and you're just like, fuck it, we ball. We're getting back into an economy, and we're building corruptors. It just needs to be lurkers, honestly. Like, for the cost that you pay for a broodlord, you could always have 2 lurkers. Lurkers are just better, easier, and would actually hard counter him a lot more. Because now he's going into lings. He realizes you are dead. Quite simply. This is where this is going to culminate, right? Because we're going, hey, this isn't fair, man. I got 3 upgrades, right? I shouldn't be losing these fights. But he has double, more than double your number of corruptors. You even get a really good volley off there. But he's also attacking you with one of the highest DPS units in the game from behind as well. So it's not just about Corruptor versus Corruptor. It's Corruptor. He had more than double the Corruptors you did. Plus he has a bunch of Hydra here. Absolutely going ham, delivering. How many Hydras is this? Where's that? 9 Hydras. This is like 180 DPS. Just boom. We're almost killing a Corruptor a second. Like, you didn't deserve to win this. Getting 3 upgrades, you didn't deserve to win this from that. No one's going to hand you the win because you upgraded first. That's it. Absolutely insane. 70 workers. You lost more workers than he almost made the entire game, which is good to you if you'd have made them when you needed to make them. It's like people just, I think, really ignore this about the game, and they think, well, I should win because I had more stuff or I had better upgrades or whatever. Nah, this dude outplayed you. Once he did that little attack there, you overstepped by bringing your whole army down here. And what did I say, right? When we did this little attack, oh wow, it went really far back. Geez, sorry. Did we legitimately first step onto the map at like 12 minutes? We did. We're not maxed at 12 minutes into the game.
Mineral field depleted.
More stuff beats less stuff. But in the case of like lurkers, the math gets weird, right? If your opponent has units that do damage over multiple units, the math gets weird, right? One unit is now attacking 3 or 4 units, the math gets weird, and more stuff doesn't beat less stuff. Like 10 siege tanks are a lot better than 4 siege tanks. That's a Zergling, that's cool. And as I said, we got this base. I'm pretty confident I said this during it. We see what his army is, and that is a nope. That is an automatic nope. He is now maxed as well. You attacking this base triggered him to actually spend his lava, something that you've been incapable of doing for the last like 6 minutes. And then we took this god-awful fight with lurkers here. They have range. Seismic spines. Yeah. Seismic spines as well, so they're doing huge damage here. Like, watch when he finally burrows them. The first volley probably ended up killing a whole bunch of stuff. It doesn't say. It's so weird how this works. In this replay, it gets broken. Where's the... Is that right? 8 kills on 1 lurker. Even if they were lings, he pretty much pays for himself. Now we're on the run, right? And as I said, we're not spending this money. When do we start? At what point do you realize that a fight is lost and you need to spend your money? You built corruptors too. You built corruptors behind this. 9 corruptors is enough gas to turn all of this. You could have turned everything you had into pure roaches and absolutely crushed this attack. It's a handful of roaches and some ultralisks and a lurker, dude. Like, it's not even that good of an attack. But for the corruptors you're building, you need to also be able to afford to turn them into broodlords, and you need to do it fast. And we don't. $20 lings and 9 corruptors. Classic combo. You build more corruptors, which again takes the gas away from you building more broodlords. What else do we build? Looks like nothing for a little while. And broodlords. If we'd just build less corruptors, we could have turned more of the corruptors we had into broodlords when this attack was hitting us. But the whole point of this, dude, is that you just needed to make anything but the worst 2 units you could have in this situation. He is absolutely ramming these ultralisks into your entire being. Look at this shit. This one's going to kill the entire mineral line, I'm pretty sure, by himself, except for like 1 here. These trades are insane. A whole mineral line over here gone. And all you have to show for it is a handful of broodlords. He could have ended the game right here if he'd have just... Oh, he probably should have attacked the closer one. I don't understand how you... Did you play this game and then watch it, or you just raged about it and were like, I don't understand what's going on? Because no one should have played this game. This is a unique game that's never happened before. And you see his ultralisk as well. He's got roaches, he's got lings. He's got every tool he needs here to catch your army and kill it and not let you get away. And you just stare at it. Roaches, mate. Be ready. You don't have to take this attack. Like, exactly like I told you. This attack was bad. It's so bad. This lurker here. In 3 hits. In 3 hits, made back its money. This lurker didn't, but I'm guaranteed the damage it did would have been worth it. And this lurker, I think, got a handful of kills as well. Yeah. 2-3 kills. And that's all it takes. Literally a handful of lurkers. My guy. Considering how passive this game is, we're at 830 and you're at 100 supply. You are half the supply you should be. You could be maxed right now. There is nothing stopping you from being maxed right now, except that you can't press these buttons, apparently. That's it. You don't need to tech into all this bullshit, dude. Just get a fucking roach warren and go kill him. Get a roach warren. If you really want to, get a hydralisk den as a backup for if he goes mutas. You can always kill him. You had no idea what he was doing behind this. His attack was dog shit, and you cleaned it up, and then like refused to give yourself an advantage in the game. What the fuck is the point? I'm sitting on like 55 workers at this time. You should be pushing for 66. Nothing has happened here. You don't even have vision. That's the other thing as well. Like, right? You don't see when he's moving out or what's going on. He sees you. There's not a lot of vision, but he sees you. He knows where you are, roughly. He's got a good idea, surely, because of this. Like, he had the worst goddamn open in the world. It was so idiotic. It was so inefficient. Then he throws away his whole army. And then you lost because you let him play a 17-minute game versus you. You've already got a spire, right? You already have a spire. You're building 2 more spires and going into a hive instead of just building fucking units and killing him. What, I don't understand how you expect to win games when you just don't build more stuff than your opponent. He literally cannot afford to make more stuff than you. That's all it comes down to, is you roll up to his side of the map with more things than he does and you win the game. That's literally how like ZvZ Roach Wars work. If you don't want to play roaches, I don't understand why. If you want to play... why would you want to play Broodlords? Why would you want to drag this out? If you want to play Broodlords, you're looking for like at least a 12-minute to 15-minute game. You have delayed this because you wanted to go for some god-awful tech that doesn't actually help you win a game right now, when you could have just pushed the roach key and gone and killed him. You still could have maxed out here, right? You still could have put focus into maxing out here and still gone and killed him perfectly fine. But we teched into everything we could. We didn't bother getting upgrades though, did we? We got +1 coming. Oh, we got Carapace as well, my bad. And air attack for some reason. I think this was a game where you were like, I want Broodlords to finish my opponent, and they fucked you because you didn't actually win the game with the Broodlords. You expected them to win the game somehow, even though they're bad, they're slow, they can't chase a Zerg army. Fuck, they can't even chase like a Protoss army or a Terran army that well. They barely chase mech. How the fuck were you expecting to win this? In all honesty, mate, how were you expecting to win this when you could just be maxing out right now? You are making like 25 roaches worth of money every minute. You're making 50 supply worth of roaches a minute. Do you think he can stop that? I don't think he can. I really don't think he can. And I don't think he has a macro to do it, and he definitely didn't have the economy to do it. And now that he's catching up to you, that brief moment, that 4 or 5 minutes he had, is slipping away. So this is after you had your big attack. Well, he had his big attack. Far out. I don't understand. I don't get it. I want to have a look at the stats. Bump, bump, bump. I think. Bada bing, bada boom. And what I'm going to do, we're going to look at this, right? We're going to look down here, the entire game. We are floating almost 10 lava for the entire game, at least. And then we start getting into like 30s and 40s. Look at our unspent resources ticking up. All that unspent resources could be army. But it's not. You're dropping it into every tech in the game that's not going to help you win a fight. Supply blocks. It doesn't even matter. None of this matters. None of the high tier thinking or the counterplay or the strategy matters if you cannot just push the fucking roach key when you have an advantage and go kill your opponent. There's nothing else that matters. The injects were pretty good, actually. The injects were pretty good. But again, it doesn't matter. Your injects don't win games, really. When you're... Who cares? When you're floating, like 10 lava. 10 lava at 320. Never seen anything like it. It's just too early to be floating this much lava, man. You need to be spending quicker. You have to be spending quicker in order to win your games. Nothing else matters. Because the army values pretty much stay on par. They just get a little weird until here when... what happens here? Because I think the counterattack was here. That's when the work... So if we check the worker graph, it just fucking bloop. It didn't drop that hard, actually. I feel like it should have dropped more. But from 90 down to 58, it's pretty bad. Unspent resources. This is a big one. Here. This is our advantage. Yeah. After that attack failed, this was the time where we just put things into gear and we just go kill him. We didn't. And we lose. That's it. Hide active army chart. Yeah, like these big mountains here, these are your win conditions. Use these to make units. Use these to make units. Don't go broodlords. Just make the simplest unit that wins the game, and it's the roach every single time. Lings are complicated to get into the right positions. Lings can die Lings can die very easily to a myriad of simple counters that make it real difficult. So just make more roaches than your opponent does. At 5 minutes, you had every advantage in the world. The fact that you... I just don't understand. You're 20 supply ahead at this point, floating 1,000 resources, and we probably spent it on just like dropping like 6 pieces of tech. That's rough, man. That's a rough loss, and I get that that could be hard to swallow if you're thinking that you made all the right choices, but you absolutely did not. It's brutal, and I reckon you're not going to like it, but those were not good decisions. None of those decisions were good decisions, right? What he had, he built this weird 4 Evo wall, right? And not a part of you was like, oh, when I get the lair, I need to see what's going on inside the main. Or, oh, I need to go see and check if there's extra bases he's taken. Because I know you did do initial run around and scout. But what if he just had a dropper lord, slow dropper lord, that dropped a drone off in the corner and he's mining from like 2 extra bases in the corner the whole time? And you don't realize. You're just hoarding all these resources and all these lava, hoping for like a switch or a defensive thing, and the one time in that game where you needed to actually use it to defend yourself, you didn't. So I don't understand what the point of floating all that money and floating all that lava is, if when the circumstances finally arise that you can use it, you just make 9 corruptors and then 4 more corruptors when you're being killed by ultralisks. It doesn't make any sense. And then you build lings. You know what? Where are we? We obviously need to learn how bad lings are. That was an incredible game.
Good luck, have fun, and
all of the wrong
beat 'em,
reasons.
probably.
Where's the ultralisk? doesn't have its... Look, even if it's just that. Who cares, right? I think I proved my point a little bit there. 12 supply of lings do not kill one ultralisk. And as this math starts getting higher and you start adding more units in, it gets worse. This is like the equivalent of how many Hellbats, how many lings I need to take care of like blue flame Hellbats, and the answer is you don't. There is no maths in this world that make this fight worth taking. But where are we? $35 roaches doesn't have a bad chance. That's a much better cleanup squad, isn't it? How much is it going to take for him to have in order for the roaches to lose this fight? Maybe like a handful more Hydra? What are we talking about? Resources. So now the Red Zerg has more stuff. This is actually good though, because the Hydras get a lot of DPS here by being at the back. No! So, I think I proved my point though. Absolutely need to have roaches. Just, they're good units for a reason. There's a reason every ZvZ pretty much after Ling main phase devolves into roaches, because they are good at what they do. They are good at just overwhelming your opponent. Your opponent either has enough roaches or enough of whatever else it is to stop you, or he does not have enough to stop you and he loses the game and has to leave and queue again. That is, it's a very basic game of math. So, if we put these at the back, I imagine this will be very different. Maybe not though. It's still not faring too well for hydralisks. Like, they only survived by the extra amount of units that I gave them in that last round. Roaches are good, just make roaches. If you're ahead, make roaches. Find out what tech they are and make roaches. And if they're on a different tech, make your roaches and try and kill something with the roaches. Don't trade them out inefficiently, just try and kill something with the roaches and then tech into something that does kill them. Broodlords are so expensive and so bad. They're only good in very niche scenarios, and that scenario was not it. And to make Corrupt the Broodlord as your defensive, Corrupt the Broodlord Zergling as your defensive strategy versus an opponent with like 5 Ultralisks and a bunch of roaches charging down your throat is probably some of the worst decision making I've ever seen. And you play a lot, dude. You should know better. You really should know better. You play way too much to be this disconnected from the reality that you just needed to make roaches. You don't need to play Ling and have a really intense game here. No, you just need to make roaches, turn everything into roaches, and just have 2 big balls of roaches sitting on each side of your base and clean him up. By the time the Corruptors came out, you could have already had roaches moved in both bases and been perfectly defended. Anyway, I think that's enough for me. So I will see you next week. Or whenever the next one is. It probably won't be next week, but like I've got some games that I want to try and like do a proper cast of tomorrow, so I'll give that a go when I get a chance. But if you did join in and enjoyed it, please do let me know. This was a wild ride, an absolutely insane ride. This went for way too long for what it was, but you wanted a real good breakdown of what went wrong. This is it, and it's this kind of a similar story that I keep telling you, but we're just not hearing it, obviously. So make roaches, spend your lava, spend your money. You don't need 3 spires, and you don't need broodlords. In any situation that needs broodlords, just make vipers or whatever. Like this, it's just the same thing. We'll make infestors and do the corrosive bile, the microbial shroud, and just be done with it. End the game. Don't muck around with silly things. That's it.